Hello and welcome to That's Gaming DK. My name is Claus, aka Kodylbryl, and in today's video we're gonna take a closer look at Digimon Trading Card Game. So Digimon Trading Card Game was re-released in 2020, and today, the 12th of February 2022, is actually the 1 year anniversary for the global release. So in today's video we're gonna take a closer look at the current state two newest starter decks and see what they contain. But before we jump over to the playmat to take a closer look at the decks, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It is highly appreciated. So I have changed over to my playmat, and here we see the two starter decks of today's video, the red Gallantmon deck and the blue UlforceVeedramon deck. So let's just start by looking at the boxes. So if we start with the Gallantmon deck, we can see here include 6 bonus SR cards. SR cards are special rare. And if we turn the box around, we can see that we have Digimon cards, DGX cards and option cards. And we can see that we have a total of 54 cards, including and in addition 2 memory gauge cards, 3 index cards and 6 special anniversary cards. On the other one, it has the exact same thing. This is just a blue deck. And if we look behind, it is the same 3 different card types. Let's see, is there anything interesting here? So this is actually a list of all the cards that we have in the box. And let's see if we have it same for the other one we have. Might be a bit hard to actually read. So let's just crack open the boxes and see what we have inside. Again, these are starter decks, so these are decks that are specially made to get you into the game. They are ready to play out of the box, and they actually normally deliver some pretty stable cards, even for if you want to build your own deck later. Even for competitive decks, actually, especially the first couple of starter decks we saw with the Global 1.0 release, which was actually a combined release for 1.0. Yeah, 1.0 was BT1, BT2 and BT3 from the Japanese releases combined. I need a knife for this. So here we go. Let's see what we get. We have 1 pack of cards here. And we have several other cards down here. So these are probably the special rares. And here we have the special memory gauge. So if you don't know Digimon, especially the re-release version that we're looking at here, one of the special things about Digimon compared to, let's say, Magic the Gathering or some of the other games is that you actually don't have mana or resources that you play yourself. Instead you have this memory gauge. And what happens is actually that every time you spend energy on playing cards, or memory as it's called, you move the counter towards your opponent's zone, giving them the memory to play the next time. So back and forth. So this game is not only about the cards you can play and how expensive they are, but also about how much memory you want to give your opponent for their turn. Very, very unique for this game. That's one of the things I really love about the game. So let's start with the special rares. So these are, like it have been since BT6, which is the current English version, holographic, which means that it's not only foil, but it's actually have this special texture, both of the text and the image, that actually gives a lot of really nice effects when you're playing with the cards. The camera can't really give it the full picture, but really nice card. So here we have the red memory boost, which lets you reveal top cards from your deck and add a red Digimon to a hand, and then place the rest of the cards in the button, and then you get the card, and you can discard it later for 2 memory. Then we have the blue memory boost, does the same thing, just blue card. We have the yellow memory boost, green memory boost, black memory boost, and last but not least, the purple memory boost. Really, really nice. But let's take a look at the actual deck that we have here. So first of all, we have our 4 DGX. This is Digimon, and its inheritable effect. Again, if you don't know Digimon Trading Card Game. So what you do is actually you have something called a breeding area where you can breed these eggs, and then you will dig-evolve, which means you will actually put evolutions on top of the card. And when you put evolution on top of the card, you put like this, and you get the inheritable effect of the one below. So if we take this Digimon as an example, it says that on your turn, once per turn, when your opponent's Digimon is deleted, which means when you kill one of your opponent's Digimon, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP, which is its attack value. So also Digimon TCG is a very fast game, because you don't have a lot of resources and stuff like that, so something happens almost every single turn. The next card we have is Monodramon. So it is a level 3. Our DGX was level 2, so we can digivolve this one onto this one. It has no inheritable effect. It is a 2 cost to hard play, as we say, and that is because if we digivolve in our at level 2, it is free. We can see the 0 here requires red level 2 to digivolve, cost 0. This value up here is the hard play value if you just want to play it without breeding it or digivolving first. So next up we have Agumon, who have an actual inheritable effect, which again gets 2000 DP. Then we have, do we only have a single Gallantmon? Oh, let's see. Then we have 2 special foil Gallantmons. Very nice. Still level 3 with inheritable effect, and again these are textured, so these rays that goes down here, hard to say, actually has another texture than the rest of the foil card. Then we have Biomon, which have an on-play effect instead of an inheritable effect. Then we have another foil card, two copies of Gallantmon, and now we're into our level 4. Then we have 4 Greymons, again also level 4, that has the possibility on play to delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4000 DP or less. We have 4 Dark Tyrannomon. We have 2 Groundramon, and now we're into our level 5s. Then we have 4 Rise Greymon, also level 5, that lets you delete an opponent Digimon with 5000 DP or less when it comes into play. And then we have another, we actually have 4 foiled War Growlmon. It's a bit sticky, these cards. So here we have 4 copies of War Growlmon, who not only have a nice when attacking effect that allows you to delete small rookie Digimons, it actually also have an inheritable if you digivolve it to level 6 or higher. That lets you get extra security attack every time that you delete one of your opponent's Digimon. Again, these things probably doesn't make sense if you haven't played, but you don't actually have live in Digimon. So what you have is you have a security stack, it's called. And what security stack is actually 5 cards face down. Your base. And every time you are attacked and unable to block, you will check one of these security cards, and you will take the security effect that will be down here with the lock. So you can see here this has a security effect that lets you place this in the battle area, which is just on the table. Then we have another foil card. So we have 2 Gallantmon. Now we're up to our level 6 Digimon, 11,000 DP. And we have not 2 but 4 Giant Greymon, 12,000 DP, level 6, hard play of 12. And just to say here with the hard play value, the memory gauge can never go past 10. So to play a card like Gallantmon, you need to actually have 2 or more memory gained by your opponent on their turn to be able to go to 12. Be able to hard play it unless you Digivolve it. Then we're into the options card. So here we have Lightning Joust, which has a security effect and a play effect. We have 2 of those, and it's a really nice attack. So it lets one of your Digimon get plus 2000 DP for the turn. And then if the number of cards in your security stack is less than or equal to opponents, then one of your Digimon gains security attack +1. And what security attack +1 does, we have seen it on multiple cards. So Gallantmon has it, Gallantmon has it, is for each +1 you have on security attack, instead of only checking 1 card, it checks additional cards as long as the Digimon that attacked survives each card. So if you get to security attack +2, you will actually check 3 of the 5 cards in security. So, as I said, the battles can go very, very fast when you play this game. Then we have Atomic Blaster. We have 4 copies of this one. It has a security attack that just activates the card, and the card lets you delete up to 8000 DP of your opponent's Digimon. And then we have a reprint of one of the original, actually the first original starter set that we got in the global release, which is Gaia Force. That lets you just delete one of your opponent's Digimon. No strings attached, other than the cost. And if you play it for security, it just activates without paying for it. Then we have some index cards here about deck construction, game instructions, and how to attack so small cards on different parts of the system. So here we have actually a picture of the play area. So the security stack I have over here, reading area down here, your deck, your trash, and your play area down here. So normally we'll have Tamers and then Digimon at the top, and then the memory gauge in the absolute top. But that is everything contained in the red Gallantmon deck. Again, this is a very, very strong deck, and not only do you get a lot of nice cards that you almost always need, so stuff like Gaia Force or Atomic Blaster is played in most red decks, even competitive, good value. Cards like Gallantmon and Agumon also see a lot of play, so really, really nice starter set here. And a lot of foil cards, special cards, looks really, really nice. I especially like this Gallantmon here. And again, it may be hard to see, but it has a full foil effect all the way out to the borders. But let's take a look at the UlforceVeedramon deck. So I will set this deck aside. I'll sleeve them later. So here we have the blue UlforceVeedramon deck. And if you don't know, Digimon actually gets released in Japan first, and we get them in the English language later for the rest of the world. And that also means that the meta normally follows, unless they change the release pattern. They sometimes do, just to shake up the meta for the English version of the game compared to the Japanese. And at the moment we're waiting for BT7, I think. We have BT6 at the moment, and we should get 2 new starter decks with the BT7. So these are the BT6 starter decks. Also, today, 12th of February, is actually the 1-year anniversary for the global release. And that's the occasion for us to make this video, actually. Also, it's a really cool game. We hope to make more content about it on the channel. Maybe even stream some online matches. But at the moment, we're just looking at the starter decks, and then we're gonna see where it takes us. So again, the actual deck, memory, and another gauge. So here we can see it is different from the one we got. So here we have Digimon and UlforceVeedramon. Really nice. And these are also foiled. Nice memory gauges. Then we have the same 6 memory boost. If I can get them open. Here we go. So again, we have one for each of the primary colors. Red, blue, yellow, green, black and purple. Put them aside. And then we have the actual deck. So if we can open it. So just like before, we start with our Digi-Egg. Here it's Digimon with its inherent effect here that as long as you have more than 8 cards in your hand, your Digimon gets an additional 1000 DP if it is Digivolved on top of this egg. We have Elegmon, again, good Digimon. The purple Elegmon actually see some play in Rookie Rush decks. Then we have Gabumon. This is one of the cards that really adds value to this deck. If you're gonna play Gabumon, which is one of the strongest decks in the current meta, you really need this Gabumon, and its inherent effect that while you have 8 or more cards in your hand, adds another 1000. So if you Digivolve Gabumon on top of Demi-Weemon, you're already plus 2000 on your Digimon. So this 2000 goes to 3000, and when you Digivolve it goes another plus 1000. Then we have Dragomon, that has a play on effect that lets you check the top 3 cards of your deck and add 1 card with the Dramon in its name to your hand and place the rest of the card in the bottom of your deck. And let's see what we have. Foil cards, if I can get these. There we go. I think, yes. So here we have 2 Weemon foil cards, and these are again textured like every foil card in BT 6 and upwards, and it's a special rare. It has an inherent effect of when attacking, if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, you get to draw 1 card. And it actually also have on play effect that says that if your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon in play, this Digimon can Digivolve into UlforceVeedramon in your hand for a memory cost of 4, ignoring any other requirements. Really, really nice. Then we have Veedramon. 2 copies of that foil textured again. With the inherent effect that when attacking, if you have 8 or more cards in your hand, return one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to its owner's hand. So that's a bounce, actually. Then we have Cordramon, again a card that we saw a lot during the Nationals and in a lot of the meta decks, that when it is played from security, it lets you just it lets you play the card without paying its memory cost, and then unplayed lets you draw 2 cards, so really, really strong. It's a 5000 Digimon, DP Digimon as well. Then we have Gorillamon, just plain vanilla. We have Monstermon, 2 copies. Then we have Wingdramon, 4 copies of that. That's a 7000 DP level 5 Digimon. That it has the keyword blocker, which actually allows it to block incoming attacks from other Digimons. And then we have Arrow-Veedramon. So we have 4 foiled Arrow-Veedramon with jamming. And what jamming does is when you attack security, if it would be deleted, if it would be deleted because it actually hits a 7000 or higher card, or a card that says delete, it is not deleted. It actually stays. That is what jamming does. It also has the inherent effect of gaining security attacks +1. And then we have 4. That is the instead of the Shine Greymon. So we have 4 Slayerdramon here, and they are full out foil as well. Must be hard to see, but it is foil cards. And also, this is just rare, not special rare. This has the effect that when Digivolving, it gets security attack +1 for a turn that Digivolved, and then on your turn it can't be blocked. Nice card. And then we have the main card of the deck, again, full foil, 2 copies, UlforceVeedramon. When Digivolving, you can return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to his hand, so you can bounce it and trash all the Digivolution cards beneath it. And when attacking, if you have 8 or more cards, you can unsuspend, so it can actually attack double, only once per turn. Then we go into the objects cards. So it's a bit funny that we got 4 Gaia Force, but we won't get to Hammerspark because Hammerspark is one of the cards that you see in almost all blue decks, and you really need 3 or 4 copies of it. But Hammerspark lets you gain 1 memory and it's free to play. Then we have Victory Sword, 4 copies. That just lets you unsuspend one of your blue Digimon. We have V-Wing Blade, that lets you return one of your opponent's level 6 or lower Digimon, trashing all cards beneath it. And that's it for the blue deck. We have the same index cards. So just like the red deck, the distribution is the same between the different levels of Digimon, the number of options card, the number of foils, and you get a lot of nice cards in this set as well. I will say that the red deck is probably better value if you're just looking at buying these starter sets to help you build other decks. But out of the box, I think that these are pretty fairly compared to each other. So if you get one of each to play with a friend, just go for it. That would be pretty fair match. And these are some of the best starter decks that we have seen. Is the best starter decks that I have seen yet of all the starter decks that we have up until now. So yeah, 1 year since we got the first Digimon products for the 2020 card game released globally. And what a year it has been. And we are still getting new cards, new sets very, very fast. And the meta is constantly changing. So if you haven't already tried it, I think you should try it out, or at least go find some how to play videos. We're probably gonna make one as well at some point. But this was at least a look into the starter decks. So there we have it, all the content for the 2 starter decks, Gallantmon and UlforceVeedramon. And I must say, these are absolutely good value if you want to start playing Digimon Trading Card Game. You get a lot of the cards required even for competitive decks, and you get ready to play decks directly out of the box. If you have any comments, please write them in the comment section below or ask them on our Discord channel. I will put a link in the video description. That was everything for today's video. Thanks for watching.